What's up, everybody? We got your news today for July 7th. So 7/7. I put 6/7 right here, and it's weird. I can hide behind this too, so now you can't see me. It's the eve before Prime Day, and all through the internet, everybody was wondering how Trump's BBL, I mean Big Beautiful Bill, BBB, whatever it is, was going to affect their SNAP benefits, and it's seeming like a little bit crazy, whatever. And it's crazy how I got this invisible cloak right here. Like, I just making myself disappear. Whoa. So we're going to find out about the SNAP benefits going on or whatever. The Trump tariffs, because he's trying to tariff the BRIC nations or whatever. So, it's like the U.S. been beefing with BRIC and they don't want to really admit what's going on. And then they got Benjamin Netanyahu. He's headed down to the White House because he wants to make sure that Trump knows for certain that Epstein had no client list. So don't worry, Epstein had no client list. Bill Clinton wasn't an Epstein client. Donald Trump wasn't an Epstein client. Hillary Clinton wasn't an Epstein client. Obama wasn't an Epstein client. Nobody was an Epstein client. You wasn't an Epstein client. You know how I know you wasn't an Epstein client? Because Epstein had no client list. But let's get into the news stories. Maybe I'll just hold this up like this to hide the phone a little bit. So you guys happen to see the phone just disappears. Just disappears. So we got the Amazon Prime Day. Because I feel like Prime Day is the best day to talk about or whatever. Bring everybody up on like a better rain dart wave or whatever. Okay. Reuters. Online spending is expected to surge to 23.8 billion across the U.S. retailers during a 96-hour Amazon Prime Day event this week, according to the Adobe Analysis forecast released on Monday, as shoppers seek strong discounts on back-to-school gear, ranging from appeal to electronics. Sales on July 8th through July 11th are projected to raise 28% compared with the same period last year. The said retailers recorded online sales worth $14.2 billion or whatever. So they're going to have a lot of Prime Day sales. If I can find you guys some non-Prime Day sales, we're going to try to do that too. Everybody knows about Elon Musk trying to form the new party. I don't want to look into these kids that got hurt or whatever at the summer camp. It's heartbreaking. We ain't going to keep talking about that. You want to hear about that? We was breaking it down yesterday. They got like 70, 80 fucking kids that died. Like, it's crazy. And I know there's probably a whole bunch of news channels that's like, oh, we're just going to talk about this. I can't even hold you. I can't. So what we got going on? The U.S. Sumer asks Inspector General to investigate the link. I want to see about SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits after big. It was giving me different states to look into. Beautiful bill. We're going to find out what the food stamp benefits is about to be like now with the big, beautiful bill or whatever. We're going to look at the news. Where's the news tab? Trying to see it on a national level. Yeah, U.S. Schumer asked study plan to make these university, mass state. I'm trying lobbyists to increase donations. Okay. Father who died saved his family. Texas lawmakers failed to pass a bill to improve local disaster warning. I thought it was supposed to be affecting the food stamps like crazy though. I thought they said it's going to be affecting the food stamps like crazy. But I guess the food stamps ain't getting affected, just like Epstein didn't have a client list. Because, Epstein didn't have a client list. What's dating apps got to do about SNAP benefits? Dating apps are doomed because Gen Z is locked in on Meet Cutes, former Hinge content lead said. The fuck is meet cutes? This seems interesting. What's going on in this zone? I can't even. I gotta look at this zone. How will you feel if you saw? What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking? Motherfuckers is goofy. This is why I don't even be reading these songs most of the time. Dating apps are doomed because Gen Z is locked in meet cutes. What the fuck is meet cutes? The fuck is meet cutes? Former Hinge content lead says they want to vibe their way through meeting people. Somebody last name Dunn, host of Seeing Other People podcast and former Hinge content lead, said that while dating apps are meeting the effect to change, there's only so much they can do. She predicts more Gen Zers and millennials will take part in person meetups to find a roommate. The fuck is a person meetup? Like, are they talking about speed dating or something? Is they speed dating? All I want to know is, I just want to remind everybody, Epstein has no clients. I know he was convicted of human trafficking, but he has no clients. I gotta say that a lot. Like, this thing all next to my head is just gonna go off, and I'll be another victim. We talked about Prime Day. I talked about the Trump's BBL. Everybody wants to know about Trump's BBL or BBB or whatever the fuck the big beautiful bill is. I told you about the tariffs. No, I didn't tell y'all about the tariffs yet. Because we got caught up on talking about the dating apps. So you asked, how the fuck you spell tariffs? Tariffs. No. Live updates, Trump and Netanyahu to meet at the White House. What does Trump and Netanyahu mean at the White House got to do about tariffs? So we about to tariff Israel finally? We going to tariff everybody? Trump and Netanyahu to meet. I don't give a fuck about whatever the fuck y'all saying. Trump and Netanyahu to meet. President Donald Trump, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are meeting at the White House this evening and are expected to discuss the recent military strikes against Gaza and a proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza. Basically, they're talking about how Trump wasn't on the Epstein client list, nor was Benjamin Netanyahu, because Epstein had no client list. That's what the real talk's about. You know what I mean? Like, there was no client list, guys. Trump trashes Elon's political party. The U.S. to send a tariff letter. Trump said in a social media post last night that the U.S. would be sending letters to trading partners starting at noon today, which Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicated yesterday would warn that if the countries don't reach trade deals with the U.S. in the coming days, that the tariff rates will revert to steep duties announced earlier in the year. Trump trashes Elon's political party. So this is like just all about Trump. You go that which one is this? NBC News, and they just got like their whole front page is all about Trump. Trump trashes Elon's political party. The president yesterday ridiculed Elon Musk's plans to form a new political party following the passage of the GOP sweeping domestic policy bill. The billionaire tech mogul has railed against the legislation for months, in part over its projected impact on the federal deficit. Administrative defenders, weather forecast. So they're blaming Trump for the weather too. It's Trump's fault. No. It's Trump's fault on a lot of stuff. Like Epstein not having any clients on his client list. Like Epstein being convicted of trafficking to absolutely no one, right? But I don't know if we really can try to judge Trump for what did they say, the weather? Trump doesn't control the weather. Trump is in charge of releasing his fucking client list, right? So now that we know there's no clients on the fucking client list, right? Like, look, they had a client list at one point. It looked something like this. Epstein had a client list. But now the DOJ and FBI says the client list doesn't exist. It's invisible. It's an invisible client list that don't exist. See? There ain't no paper inside. It's not here, guys. I know you think you see something in my hand. And I know it's making everything disappear. But it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, it just never existed. It never existed. And if you feel like a client list does exist, maybe you need to seek some medical professional help. Because I can assure you that I'm not holding a book in my hand just as much as there is no Epstein client list. Because Epstein never had no client list. And I don't have a book in my hand at all. Like, do you see a book in my hand? There's no book in my hand, right? The book does not exist. You know? Just like Epstein's client list. Epstein's client list does not exist. Just like this book. Yeah, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And y'all still falling for this shit? I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I feel like, me personally, I'd be better off just disappearing. And I'm going to holler at y'all on another point, on another day. Because, like, I got other stuff to do. We'll probably do a night news thing, too. So you can catch up on the daily news. There ain't really a lot of stuff going on. Because, you know, holiday weekends and everything. All I know is I don't want to leave. But I got to go right now. And I'll be back before you know it. Now, fully disappeared.